Enjoy the World Cup qualifying videos on this channel? Head over to Patreon for some exclusive classic matches done in the same style. We've been to the past, now off to the future with What Happened on My Universe mode! Yes, it's NXT and it took place at Virginia Beach, Virginia. We opened with Samoa Joe heading down the ring to have a bit of interview time. Now Joe came to the ring not to talk, but to fight. Well, technically, he did actually come there to talk, but maybe just to challenge people so he could fight. And he said there was a lot of superstars in the back who think they're better than him, and he challenged every single one of them, pretty much. Enough talking, time for some action, and we open the show with Bayley taking on Dana Brooke in a match that was set on the last edition of NXT on What Happened on My Universe mode, as they were the two ladies that didn't get to take part in the 6-lady battle royal for the title, and so the winner of this match gets to take on Asuka for the title. Good times. After some early Dana Brooke offense, Bayley broke free and managed to get some advantage of her own. Then, after a slam and a lovely big elbow drop, she started suplexing. Brooke took the suplexes like a champ before blocking a Bayley forearm and smacking Bayley in the face with her elbow. Then came a wasteland. She tried to get Bayley to submit, didn't manage it. Tried to hit her finisher, didn't manage it. Bayley broke out. And then boom, Bayley to belly suplex. 1, 2, 3, Bayley gets a title shot. On the last edition of NXT on What Happened on My Universe mode, Enzo Amore faced off against Blake from Blake and Murphy. This time it was the partners. Big Cass took on the other tag team champion, Murphy. The much larger Big Cass dominated to start with a couple of power moves and a big leg drop, but eventually Murphy would gain control, reversing with a fireman's carry and then hitting a few decent suplexes. A kick to the face fired Big Cass up and he hit one of his own before locking him in for a whoop-ass slam. Boom, down he went, but when he went for the pin, Blake got on the apron and distracted the ref. This gave Murphy time to recuperate. He clotheslined Cass into the corner and then drove him down with a massive brainbuster. And when he pinned him, he put his feet on the ropes like a big dirty cheat. A win for Murphy and Blake, technically. There was more promo time next and we were joined by the dirtiest diva in the game, Charlotte, who made her way to ringside to call out Becky Lynch. Not for any reason, just because apparently she wanted to. Lynch didn't disappoint her. She came out looking all weird because for some reason the character's been made that way. The two traded insults. Becky Lynch said that her voice was damaging her ears, and Charlotte said that she was just a little girl pretending to be a superstar. Basically, they bickered and bickered, and eventually they're probably going to have a match, more than likely on the next edition of NXT. Time to introduce some more of the new guys from 2K17 to you now. The Revival made their What Happened on My Universe mode debuts, taking on the Vaudevillains. The action started with Scott Dawson destroying Simon Gotch. Massive suplex and then a big clothesline. Then some double teamness. We can't go a video without some double teamness. Of course, when Dash Wilder went solo on Simon Gotch, Gotch got a reverse line tagged in to aid in English. English got his hits in, but when he tried to put Wilder on the top rope for a superplex, he got kicked away, and then a massive cross-body drop before a gory special took him down for good. He tagged into Scott Dawson, and then the Shatter Machine happened, giving the team formerly known as Dash and Dawson a debut win. In the penultimate match of the evening, Finn Balor, the NXT champion, took on a newcomer to NXT, Curtis Axel, who appears to have been demoted from Raw. It started well for Finn Balor, who quickly smacked him with a switchblade. He continued to pound on Axel with a couple more moves, but then he got cocky, missed a punch, and Curtis Axel took control with a takedown. Curtis Axel hit a crossbody and then started working on the leg, but before he could do anything else, Finn Balor reversed, threw him into the corner and shot him down with a shotgun dropkick, and then hit a selection of other signature maneuvers such as Sunday Bloody Sunday and of course the coup de grace, a victory for the champ. Finn's night wasn't over, however, and as he celebrated, Samoa Joe jumped over the barrier. Apparently tired of waiting for someone to challenge him, he went and challenged the man who asked for a challenge last week. And now I'm confused. Samoa Joe beat up Finn Balor with 3 German suplexes. After this horrendous beatdown, there was only one match left on the show, and it was the NXT main event, and it was a feud ender, a massive feud ender, as Xavier Woods and R-Truth finally got to settle the score in an Extreme Rules match. The early advantage fell to Xavier Woods, who after a backbreaker channeled his inner Miz for a skull-crushing finale and then a head scissor takedown, but when he tried to bring a weapon in, oh no, R-Truth wasn't having that. The pair traded reversals, but eventually R-Truth would gain control and punch Woods in the face. Then he'd bring the weapons in. After smacking Woods in the guts with a sledgehammer, he chucked him to the outside and smacked him with a chair. After Woods reversed another chair shot, the pair headed up the aisle, both hitting big moves such as a swinging fisherman suplex and then an Osaka street cutter. I think that's what that's called. The two fought over a table on the outside, with Xavier Woods eventually gaining the upper hand. He took him in the ring and went for his signature maneuver, but R-Truth reversed and then hit a fork and arrow which busted Xavier Woods wide open. After a lie detector, R-Truth power-bombed Xavier Woods through the table that he'd set up and went for the pin. 1, 2, Xavier Woods ain't staying down for that. He did, however, stay down for little Jimmy when R-Truth hit him with that. So, after all that time, R-Truth would win the feud. Yay! And that's it for this edition of What Happened on My Universe Mode NXT. Like and subscribe.